श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय कृष्णाय क्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदांतवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे. So yesterday we saw aham atma gudakesha sarvabhuta ashayasthitah aham adishcha madhyam cha bhutanam anta eva cha. Hey gudakesha, one who has gained victory over the sense organs, the sleep. Aham Atma Sarvabhuta Ashya-10. I am the self which is existing as the indweller or indwelling being or the jiva in all the beings. Aham Adishya Madhyam cha Bhutanam Anta eva cha. I am the beginning, middle and the end of all the beings. Meaning, I am the cause, sustenance, I am the creation, I am the creator, sustenance and the dissolution. I am the creation, sustenance and dissolution. I am the cause for creation, sustenance and dissolution. Okay. So now here in Taittiriya Upanishad says this Adi Madhya Anta. It is said in Taittiriya Upanishad. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayanti vishanti tat vijiknyasasva tat brahmeti. That is the statement. In the same Taittiriya Upanishad, in the hāṣya, the invocation, he writes 3 invocation in that. Apart from that, I think only Kathopanishad has 1 mantra as invocation. Otherwise, there is no invocation anywhere. So, there in the invocation, he says, Yasma jatam jagat sarvam yasminneva praliyate ene dandharyate cheva tasmai jnanatmane namaha, from which everything comes into existence, by which everything is sustained, and into which everything merges, dissolves. That for that knowledge, my salutations. So that is what we have to know. That is what Taittiriya Upanishad says. Aham adishcha madhyam cha bhutanam anta eva cha. I am the cause for the creation, cause for sustenance, and cause for dissolution of the beings, the creation. Okay. Next. Bhutana yada bhuta prathak bhavam ekastham manupashyati tata eva cha vistaram brahma sampadyate tada. Yada bhuta prathak bhavam ekastham anupashyati tata eva sa vistaram brahma sampadyate tada. Yada, if there is, then there should be tada. If there is tada, then there should be yada. They coexist. They cannot stay single. They cannot be used independently. Okay. So yada means when, tada means then. When, then, if, then. That's the idea. Okay. When bhuta prathak bhavam ekastham anupashyati. Bhuta prathak bhavam, the plurality. Prathak bhavam, the existence of bhuta, the different beings. Ekastham anupashyati, when one sees in one non-dual self. When a person sees all the beings in ekastham, ekasmin sitam, in one non-dual being. Tata eva cha vistaram, and from that all the dualities, the expansion, when he sees that, when he understands from oneself, all this being duality, seeming duality exists, tada brahma sampadyate. At that very moment he gains the Brahman. Yada tada is in time. When, then, that's in time. So there is no time or space in Brahman. Time and space is an imagination in Brahman. So why is the Shruti, the Smriti, Bhagavad Gita says, Bhagavan says, Yada tada. This is to show that there is no time gap between the cause and effect. See, when you perform a fire oblation for a karma for gaining Swarga, heaven, then you have to wait till the body falls, till you die. So always there is a gap between the cause and result. Here there is no difference between the delay between the cause and result. At that very moment you get. Okay. Next, Yatha Praka, that is 13th chapter Bhagavad Gita, 30th shloka. This is 13th chapter Bhagavad Gita, 33rd shloka. Yatha prakashet ekah kritstam lokam imam ravihi kshetram kshetri tha kritstam prakasheti bharata. Yatha prakasheti ekah kritstam lokam imam ravihi kshetram kshetri tatha kritstam prakasheti he Bharata. Bharata, O scion of the Bharata clan, okay, yatha, like, just like Ravihi, the sun, Ekaha Ravihi, one sun, Lokam imam, Kritstam lokam imam prakashati, the whole world, the whole creation, it illumines. It effulges, it shines on them. Similarly, tatha, similarly, kshetri, ekam kshetri, ekaha kshetri, this one non-dual kshetri is self. How? Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarvakshetreshu bharata. In Bhagavad Gita, in another place, Bhagavan himself says that understand, 12th chapter, understand me to be the kshetrajna, the knower of kshetra in all the kshetras, in all the fields. I am the indweller in all the fields. Kshetra means field, roughly, the body, sense organ complex. Understand me to be the indweller in all the beings. Kshetri is also indweller. Okay, so kshetri, this one non-dual kshetri, kritsnam kshetram prakashayati, all the kshetram, all the embodiments, all the beings, it illumines. सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुच. This is 18th chapter, 66th shloka. This is a very important shloka for both the Advaitins and the Dvaitins. Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarvapapebhyah mokshayishyami ma shucha. Why it is an important shloka for both non-dualist and dualist? Because mam ekam sharanam vraja, that is the key word. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Mam, me, ekam, one, sharanam, or me, ekam, alone. So me alone, sharanam, surrender, vraja, take refuge. Come, vraja means take or go. Okay, take refuge in me, surrender to me alone. That is the idea. So this will be displayed in some South Indian Vishnu temples. In his hand, it will be scripted. This statement: "E mam ekam sharanam vraja," surrender to me alone. Okay. Now, why it is a very important shloka for the non-dualist Advaitins? Because mam ekam, that non-dual self alone you have to surrender. Surrender means you have to give yourself up, the individuality up. So you cannot surrender to multiple people, A. You cannot surrender multiple times to the same person, B. So if you surrender is once or all over. So he says, "Mam," that means the ego dissolves in the other. Mam, me, ekam sharanam vraja, surrender only to me. How? Sarva dharman parityajya. These are all words which can be twisted. Why? Sarva dharman parityajya. Sarva means all. Dharma means the dharmas, the good activities. Parityajya, by completely, entirely giving up. Paritaha tyajya, entirely giving up. By entirely giving up all the good deeds. So, his fellows, I follow Bhagavad Gita. What kind of Bhagavad Gita do you follow? You are doing all the nonsense. Bhagavan said, give up all the good qualities, good activities, and surrender to me. I have surrendered to him and I have given up good. That does not mean you can perform the adharma. Dharma is a implied word. It's a pointer. For what? For the adharma also. Like atha ato dharma jignasa, the first sutra of Purvamamasa says atha ato dharma jignasa. Now, hereafter, we will inquire into dharma. Inquire into dharma means it's not just dharma, we are going to inquire into adharma also. Why? Dharma to practice and adharma to renounce. Okay. Similarly, here we have to sarva dharman parityajya means give up all the dharma and adharma also. Dharma and adharma, both dharma and adharma, give them up and surrender to me alone. what will you do? Aham, that's a promise by Bhagavan. Aham, tvam, etadrishi tvam, this kind of you, aham, I, sarva papebhya mokshishyami, will relieve you. Mokshishyami means will release you from, will relieve you from all the sins. Papebhya, all the karmas. Mashucha, don't worry. So, papebhya mokshishyami. Mokshishyami means relieve you. Then, mashucha, there is no sorrow. Tatra ko moha kashokaha. Moha is relieving. Shucha, mashucha, don't worry. Shoka is also removed. So, the delusion and the effect of delusion, the ignorance and the effect of ignorance, both are relieved. I will relieve both from you. Don't worry. That's the idea. Okay? Iti Bhagavad Gita. So, these are the quotes from Bhagavad Gita. Now, he is bringing Harivamsha. That's another Purana. Harir ekas sada dhyayah bhavatbhih sattva sanstitaihi ओमित्येवं सदा विप्राः पठतः ध्यातः केशवम्. हरिः एकः सदा ध्येयः भवद्भिः सत्त्वसंस्थितैः ओमिति एवं सदा विप्राः पठतः ध्यातः केशवम्. हे विप्राः, O you Brahmins, Harir eka sada dhyayah. Hari alone should be always meditated upon. Sada, always. Dhyayah, meditate upon. Hari means Hari, Hara, all these words. Hari means Vishnu, Hara means Shiva. All these words should be understood from the root word Hri Harane, to leave, to remove, to grasp. What does Hari or Hara, the self, mean? Do. Hari or Hara, they are self, right? What do they do? Self is self-effulgent, and your heart is full of darkness, ignorance. So when you place self, the self-effulgent self, the ignorance is removed. That is why it steals the heart. Okay. And another point is the self, the heart is, the mind is completely dirty, and self is ever pure. You place that, it cleanses the dirty mind. So you have to meditate on that self alone. Bhavatbihi, by you people. Sattva sansthitai, how? Do whatever you do. No. Sattva sansthitai, be established in the sattva. By giving up the rajo and tamo guna, you have to be established in sattva and always meditate upon the self. Not claiming that I am a good person is not enough. You have to be a good person. That is what is the idea. Okay. Omiti evam sada vipra. Because the Brahmins, you should have to patataha dhyataha. They always chant and meditate on the Keshava with Om. As Om. Om is the name which they refer to Keshava as. So Om iti Brahma, Om is the name of Brahman. Okay. And in Patanjali Yoga Sutra also, Pranava is the name given to self. So Keshavam, here we use it to Keshava. Keshava therefore is a Brahman. Okay. Then Ascharya khalu devanam ekastvam purushottama dhanyaschaasi mahabaho loke nanyosti kaschana. Ascharyam khalu devanam ekah tvam purushottama धन्यश्चासी हे महाबाहो लोके न अन्योस्ति कश्चन. हे पुरुषोत्तम, पुरुषाणाम उत्तम इति पुरुषोत्तम, one who is greatest among the beings, पुरुषोत्तम. Mahabaho means one who has wide shoulders. Okay. Ascharyam khalu, it is indeed a surprise. What is surprise? Ekah tvam ekah devanam ekah. You are one among the greatest among the deities. There is a plethora of deities. Among them you are one non-dual. Dhanyaschaasi he maha, and you are blessed. Loke nan-nyostik. Why? Because there is none other than you. Loke nan-nyostik aschana. There is none other than you. Iti Harivamshe. This is what is said in Harivamsha. Then Bhavati cha manor mahatmya kshapani shruti. And there is the Shruti, the Vedic statement establishing the greatness of Manu. Who is Manu? Manu is another author of Smritis. Manu Smriti it is called as. Okay. So it is talking about him to be very great. Why? Now we are going to give a statement from Manu as a pramana, as a proof. So before giving, who is this Manu? Why should we give pramana proof from him? His text. He is great. How do you say he is great? Because Shruti says him to be greater. What does the Shruti say? Yat vai kinchana manur avadat tat bhesham. Yat vai kinchana tad manur avadat tad bhesham. Whatever is said by Manu, whatever was said by Manu, that is bhesham. That is a medicine. That is medicine. Medicine for what? There are three kinds of disease. Adhyatmika, Adhibautika, Adidevika. The physical, the elemental, and the elements, elemental, and the self. Okay, so all these three diseases is taken. They are taken care of. The disease of body sense organ complex, the disease by the elementals, and disease by the Ishvara. All of them are taken care of by Manu. So, how to take care of cattle, etc., that is said in one place. How to practice the dharmas, etc., that is said in another place, and how to take care of the self, that is said in another place. It is said here, Manu Nacha Uktam. That Manu, who is extolled in the Shruti itself, says this: Sarabhutastam Atmanam Sarabhutani Chatmani Sampaschannatmaya Jivai Swarajyam Adhigacchati. Ishasya Upanishad and other Gita, etc. In every place, this first statement is said. Sarabhutastam cha atmanam sarabhutani cha atmani. Sampashyan atmayaji vai swarajyam adhigacchati. Sarabhutastam atmanam. Sarabhutastitam atmanam. Atmanam, oneself. Sarabhutastam, existing in all the beings. Okay. Sarabhutani cha atmani. All the beings in oneself. Oneself in all the beings, and all the beings in oneself. So, if you say individually only one thing, oneself in all the beings, that is a flaw. All the beings in oneself, that is also a flaw. So, all in me and me in all. One in all in one. Then there is no flaw. So, he says, Sampashyan, when one sees it. Sampashyan, Samyak Pashyan means the immediate knowledge. When one gains the immediate knowledge, Atmayaji, one who has the nature of worshipping, Yajana, Yaja Pujayam. Yaja Yachane, Yaja Pujayam here. So, one who worships the self, one who meditates on this in the self, one who is established always in the self, that person, Swarajyam Adhigacchati, gains the Swam Rajyam Swarajyam, one's inherent nature. Then, after Manu, he is bringing Vishnu Purana. सृष्टिस्थित्यन्तकरणीं ब्रह्म विष्णु शिवात्मिका ससंज्ञां याति भगवान् एक एव जनार्दनः सृष्टिस्थिति अंतःकरणीं ब्रह्म विष्णु शिवात्मिकां ससंज्ञां याति भगवान् एकः एव जनार्दनः. सृष्टि स्थिति अंतःकरणीं. सृष्टि not antahkaranim, it is antahkaranim. Antahkaranim means destruction. Srishti, Anta means destruction. Srishti Karani, one who creates, the cause for creation, from whom the creation comes into existence. Sthiti Karani, one who is sustainer. Anta Karani, one who is the destroyer. Who are they? Brahma, Vishnu, Shivatmikam, one who is referred to as Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. One who is seen as Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Sasanyam Yat, they gain that name. As creator, it gains the name Brahma. As sustainer, it gains the name Vishnu. As destroyer, it gains the name Shiva. Okay. Now, Bhagavan Eka Eva Janardana. That very Bhagavan, one non-dual Bhagavan, alone gains the different names. The one Janardana, Janam Arthayati iti Janardana. One who protects the beings, the self. So, the self is that which is seen as Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. As a destroyer, sustainer, and creator. Okay. Tasmad na vijnanam hrude asti kinchit kvachit kadachit vastu jatam vijnanamekam nija karma bhedat bibhinna chittair baudha bhipetam. So, Tasmat, therefore, Vijnanam Rute Asti. Tasmat na Vijnanam Rute Asti Kinchit Kvachit Kadachit He Dvija Vastu Jatam. Vijnanam Ekam Nichakarma Bhedat Vibhinna Chittahi Bauddha Abhipetam. Tasmat, therefore, He Dvija, O you twice born. Tasmat, therefore, Vijnanam Rute, other than Rute means leaving. Vijnanam, other than the self. Vijnanam is self. Self. But you have been saying Jnanam means immediate knowledge and Vijnana means immediate knowledge. You have to understand. Jnana means immediate knowledge. Vijnana means immediate knowledge. Yes, I said that. But now you say Vijnana means self. Let us see, understand this. Jnanam, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. Knowledge is self. But here it said Vijnana. Right? Yat Sakshad Parokshad Brahma. The Shruti, that Shruti which said Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma, the very Shruti says Yat Sakshat Aparoksham Brahma. The Brahman is one which is of the nature of immediate knowledge, immediate experience. Vijnanam is immediate knowledge, immediate experience. That is Brahman. Right? Okay. So, other than the self, na Kinchit Vastu Jatam Kinchit Kachit Kadachit Asti. Something, so Vastu Jatam means something real. Kinchit. Kinchit means something. Kvachit, somewhere. Kadachit, at some point of time. Nothing exists other than the self anywhere, anytime, any place. In anything, anywhere, any place. So, Vijnanam Ekam, that self-effulgent self is one. Nija karma bheda, because of one's, Nija means one's karma bheda, one's performance of different kinds of karmas. We have acquired so many karmas. Because of our karmas, Vibhinna chittaihi, in different minds, Bahudha Abhyupetam, it is seen to be multiple. This one non-dual self, because of our ignorance, is seen to be multiple as creation. Jnanam Vishuddham Vimalam Vishokam Ashesha Lobhadi Nirasta Sangam Ekas Sadekah Paramah Pareshah Savasudevo Nayato Asti Anyat Yato Anyatasti. Jnanam Vishuddham Vimalam Vishokam Ashesha Lobhadi Nirasta Sangam Ekah Sada Ekah Paramah Pareshah Sa Vasudevah Nayato Anyadasti. Jnanam, the knowledge itself, is pure, Vishuddham, pure, meaning without any association with the objects, Vishuddham. Vimalam, without any association with the mala, impurity, ignorance. Okay. Vishuddham, devoid of association with the effects. Vimalam, devoid of association with the cause, ignorance. Ignorance and its cause, they are both negated. Vishokam, because of that shoka, which is the effect of the association with the objects and the ignorance, the sorrow, that also is not there in the self-jnanam. Okay? And not just that, Ashesha Lobhadi Nasta Sangam, completely, entirely devoid of association with the Lobha, etc. We saw yesterday, Raga, Dvesha, Lobha, etc. are Narakasya idam trayam dvaram, the gateway for hell. So, nothing exists, the greed, etc., nothing exists in that. There is no association with that for the knowledge. Ekaha sada ekaha, this one non-dual self, which is always non-dual, Paramaha Pareshah, which is absolute under the supreme self, Sa Vasudeva, is that Vasudeva. Vasudeva is the name of the self here. Okay? Why? Because Yataha na anyadasti, because there is nothing other than none other than the Vasudeva. There is none other than the self. Therefore, that is the absolute. Yada samasta deheshu bhavaneko vivastitaha tada hi ko bhavan soham ityetat vifalam vachaha. Yada samasta deheshu पुमान् एको व्यवस्थितः तदा हि को भवान् सोऽहम् इति एतद् विफलं वचः यदा when समस्तदेहेषु in all the embodiments in all the bodies पुमान् एक व्यवस्थितः एकः पुमान् व्यवस्थितः one non-dual self exists in all the embodiments there is only one non-dual self tada then tada hi definitely at that point of time when you understand that there is only one self in all the beings then ko bhavan who are you soham I am that iti etat phalam vifalam vacha all these statements are useless who are you the same self which is in you is me the same self which is me is you so how can there be duality so there can be no question of who are you or there can be no question of I am this I am that etc there is no answer possible question and answer regarding the nature is impossible because everything is self everyone is self okay we'll see this om purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva avashishyate om shanti shanti shanti